Torrance Airport, information November, time 1747 Zulu.
Ground, Twin Cessna 5868 Charlie at Rolling Hills with November, taxi for departure.
November 5868 Charlie, Torrance ground, runway 29 right, taxi Charlie, Alpha Juliet.
29 right, Charlie Alpha Juliet for 68 Charlie, roger. Alright, here I go, taxiing out of Torrance Airport in this 1980 Cessna 340A, highly upgraded airplane. We're going to take off out of Torrance, take this out over Catalina, tell you about this airplane that's coming for sale, and talk a little bit about the Cessna 340s. Tower Twin Cessna 5868 Charlie, 29 right, ready for takeoff. We're going to be headed towards Catalina. We can take a left or right turn, whatever works for you.
5868 Charlie, Torrance Tower, that's the previous requested left or right turn, runway 29 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 29 right, we'll make a left turn, 5868 Charlie.
Roger. November 68 Charlie, quick transfer, we'll see ya.
See ya, 68 Charlie. Okay, climbing out of Torrance out towards Catalina. Beautiful Southern California day, a little bit of low clouds, but visibility is nice. I can see Catalina up ahead. This 1980 Cessna 340A, RAM VII version. I've done a couple of videos on, maybe two, on a 340 earlier, but it's been a while, and it's nice because I just did a video on a very nice 421 last time. And this airplane has another comprehensive Garmin Avionics package that it's been upgraded with. But before we get into too much about this particular airplane, a little bit of background on the 340s. I think Cessna started to design the 340 as and use the 310 as a kind of a base. I think it has a 310, smaller cabin like the 310. I think the gear shares a gear with the 310 and maybe the 414 wing. And I believe the airplane came out in 1971, I think was the first year of production, 1970 or 71. And then they built the straight 340 with 285 horsepower 520s, Continental 520s, up until I think 76. And then went to the 340A with the 310 horsepower 520s. A few, I think, other little changes, but mostly horsepower. And then they built the 340A all the way up till 1984-5 when they stopped all production at Cessna for piston engine airplanes. And then they also built a 335, which was the non-pressurized version of this airplane. I think that one came out in 1980 and didn't really sell a heck of a lot of those, so they ceased production of that after building them, you know, I think less than like 70 airplanes total. So a little bit of the background on where the 340 sat in the twin Cessna. You had the 310, the 340, or the 310, 335, 340, 414, 421 airframes and variants, pressurized, non-pressurized in that range. And during the heyday of piston engine production is when this airplane came out. And it's a very nice, you know, 340s are nice airplanes. RAM has done some nice things with, you know, upgrading the engines to 335 horsepower. They got nice useful load, smaller cockpit than the 414 and the 421s, but still, you know, pretty nice size up here. And the way this one is set up is really nice. He's got one seat removed by the door, and probably the way most people fly this airplane is not with a lot of passengers, so that works pretty well. This particular airplane, as I mentioned, 5,040 total time, and 1360 on RAM engines, RAM 7s, and 360 on prop overhauls. No damage, good logs, a very extensive avionics overhaul, as I mentioned, or upgrade, G600 TXI, Garmin TXI engine indicating system, or XI, I think what they call it, dual 750 XIs, GFC 600 autopilot, ADS-B in and out, flight stream, and as I mentioned on the 421 I did on the last video, attention to detail on this one is really good, and the panel, you know, it looks like it should with this avionics package, and that means a lot to me. You can tell that a lot of time went into putting this together. It's got the GI 275 backup flight instrument. It's got power port, dual power ports, you know, the silk screening, everything's done professionally to make it look as much like factory as you can get. And this airplane is, you know, the interior fit and finish, rose and visors, it's got spoilers, prop sinks working really nice. It's just a very tight airplane, and the known ICE certification. And I just love seeing these airplanes when you can tell that whoever did it did it right and took the time to make sure that everything was done with a level of detail that you should put into it when you're upgrading and investing this type of money in the airplane and these type of, you know, exceptional avionics. Not to mention the value that it's going to bring and the value that it's going to hold better than if you kind of just slammed them in. So, you know, really nice example of a 340A, 1980. You know, in 1980 they were starting to taper off production, so you don't see as many examples in the, you know, in the 80s as you did in the probably 76 to 79 out here on Catalina Island. Taking a lap around. We've done that many times on these videos. SoCal Twin Cessna 5868 Charlie.
Calling SoCal, say position altitude request.
We're Twin Cessna, about probably 10 northeast of Catalina, requesting a practice approach into Torrence for full stop.
For 5868 Charlie, slug 0227 ident. Advising you, Papa, what approach do you want?
0227 and ident, and the GPS into 29 right.
68 Charlie, radar contact, altimeter 3012, flight 030.
3012 and 030 on the heading for 68 Charlie.
50 Juliet, you can start your descent to 4,500.
Okay.
Descent to 4,500, 50 Juliet.
Got that GPS approach loaded up here just to verify that. RNAV 28 right. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my boost pumps on. Okay, I'm on the main tanks. I got plenty of fuel. That looks good. Got the altimeter. I got the course in there. I think she said 030 on the heading. That's set. Alright, so I'm going to fly this like I do all these at blue line until short final. I'm going to use aerodynamic drag to slow down and keep the power up, you know, right around 19, 20 inches to just keep the engines nice and warm and not make any major power reductions. And that works on, in my view, any piston twin, any piston engine airplane. You know, my goal is always to reduce, when I start reducing power, to never add it again. Now, obviously, if you need to, then you do, but in a perfect world, you just keep bringing power back and you never bring it back up. And I think that would be the ultimate care you could give these engines.
November 256 Juliet, says House Roger. 68 Charlie, traffic 1 o'clock and 2 miles northbound 1,800.
68 Charlie's looking. Alright, I'm going to put approach flaps out, speed checks. Now the way he's got this set up is the approach plate comes up automatically, which, personal preference.
For 68 Charlie, sorry you went through, left 280, practice approach approved, left operation services provided.
280 to join, practice approach is approved, 68 Charlie.
For 50 Juliet.
Okay, so I'm going to hit the approach, but I got to come down to 2,000. So go vertical speed down. And I need to come down pretty quick, so I'm going to go ahead and put the gear down. I'm fairly tight here. Did it take approach? Yeah, approach is armed. That 280 heading should work.
60 Lima 128.1.
Tower, Twin Cessna 5868 Charlie's with you for 29 right.
Over 5868 Charlie, Torrence, RC inbound, runway 29 right, clear land.
Clear land, 29 right, roger. Alright, gears down, 3 green, mixtures and props. Prop sink's coming off. I'm going to leave the mixtures alone for now. Pumps are on. I got 3 green. Alright, so I had to maneuver off to stay VFR. The clouds are kind of coming down, but I'm about a 2.5 mile final. Right at blue line, my power's right where I had it. Prop sink's off, gears down, 3 green. Everything looks good. Pumps are on. and I'm right at blue line. And again, I haven't really changed the power since way back out there. And I'll go ahead and turn the autopilot off. There's the disconnect. Double check one more time. I got the gear down. I got 3 green. Flaps are where I want them. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the mixtures up. Boost pumps are on. I'll go ahead and go to landing flaps. Probably a little earlier than I would normally. I got plenty of runway here. And just confirm 68 Charlie, clear to land 29 right.
68 Charlie, affirmative, runway 29 right, clear land.
Clear to land 29 right, roger. And I can start coming back a little bit more. I get a little high there. But again, not to keep reiterating, but I do think it's important when you're flying these airplanes to take good care of the engines. And I have not added any power. And I'm still a blue line here. I was a little high, but I haven't added any power since that time. Now I'm back on glide path.
63 Papa Hotel, Vincent Thomas Bridge, inbound with Papa.
There's another reduction on power. And I just hold it.
63 Papa Hotel, Sports Tower, straight in runway 29
Power off. There's 1,000-foot markers. Almost right. Nice.
November 68 Charlie, turn left, activate Charlie, if able, contact ground with you.
Charlie to ground, thank you, 68 Charlie. Okay, flaps are coming up. Lights. And ground, I think, was on here on top 2. Ground 5868 Charlie is off at Charlie for Rolling Hills.
November 5868 Charlie, Torrence ground, back to Rolling Hills via Charlie.
Rolling Hills via Charlie for 5868 Charlie. Alright, props can come forward now. Let's see how these boost pumps do. Okay, taxiing in. 1980 340A RAM VII. Little over 5,000 total time. 1350 on the motors. 350 on props. Extensive Garmin upgrade. All the popular stuff. ADS-BN. Garmin engine indicating system. XI. Dual 750 XIs. Flight Stream. Just a very nice. If you're looking for a 340A. This one would be tough to beat. It really would. It's low time. It's got all the stuff on it. Appreciate you watching the channel. Leave me a comment. And if you're interested in checking this airplane out, give me a call. Thanks for watching.